A government plan to bring broadband to more rural spots has already cost all of us over £1 billion. But some West Country villages claim they've been left out.
Yes, Horton in South Gloucestershire is so annoyed about it that villagers are holding a good old-fashioned public meeting tonight. Our business correspondent Dave Harvey is there for us now. Dave, it looks busy.
It is busy, David, and I'll tell you why. The internet used to be thought of as a bit of a luxury, really, wasn't it? Not anymore. Ask these people, it's as essential, they think, as hot and cold running water, as electricity, as gas. Why? Well, to check up on the news, of course, on Catch-Up TV or Points West on the iPlayer. Maybe for kids doing homework, for local businesses who need to trade around the world. There's a huge multi-million-pound scheme designed to connect places like this. Is it working? I've been finding out.
The whole business really runs on modern digital technology, and without it, we simply can't operate.
It may not look modern, but don't be fooled by the vintage cars. This is a thoroughly 21st century dealership, selling British cars across the world.
We sell a lot to China, to New Zealand, to Germany, and we are reliant on the internet to do so. We need to upload video and high-resolution pictures. They want to see what they're buying.
And that is where the problems start. Never mind uploading pictures, Richard's son Henry is still trying to log on.
This is just loading a web page.
It's kind of just going round in its little circle.
Yeah, this is how long it will take. It's just impossible.
Shall I get you a cup of tea?
Outside, some of the campaign group are meeting up. Firms like Richard's can buy their way out using alternative technology. But for ordinary families, that's too expensive, and the internet is no longer a luxury.
We had an example this morning where we were getting some homework done, and my little girl just wanted to watch a 3-minute video on totem poles, for example, and she couldn't do it, and I said, well, you know, we can't watch video here.
All right, Richard, let's do this the old-fashioned way.
OK, Dave, all aboard. OK, he's chosen his silliest car for our cameras. But this really is how this firm puts its pictures on the internet. They get in the car and drive to Henry's house in Bristol. It's 40 minutes away. Karen and her kids drive to a cafe to see those homework films. In villages like this across the rural West Country, you'll hear the same bizarre stories. The irony is, officially, Richard Williams already is connected to superfast broadband. A mile and a half down the road, we pass the cabinet BT have connected.
So this is the magic green box, Richard, and this is where the superfast broadband comes to.
It's a pity it can't get out of here and come to us.
That cabinet will bring fantastic speeds to people up to 200 metres away from the cabinet. You'll get what they call superfast speeds up to 1 kilometre away. Beyond 1 kilometre, it just tails off hugely. With 3.5 kilometres, we'll get nothing.
Questions then for the man from BT. In the next year, 16,000 homes will be connected, he tells me, in South Gloucestershire alone. But no, not if you live too far from one of those cabinets.
Now, ultimately, those people will be subject to other rollouts as the government introduces more money to take us to that 100%. So I think it's going to be a very rare scenario, but ultimately the Horton rollout is not done, and so we don't know who's impacted yet.
Will that be enough for the villagers of Horton? We'll find out tonight.
Well, as you can see, there's certainly lots of people here tonight and making their feelings very plain. One of them, Steve Webb, the local MP. Steve, what do you make of this almost parish pump idea where we can have the internet, but we have to kind of gather around a box in the middle of the village?
It feels almost 19th century to have this deal whereby the technology is not reaching lots of communities. All day today we've been hearing from people who are being missed out by what ought to be an essential technology. It's time we thought more creatively rather than just giving BT all the money to do what they've always done.
OK, a good popular line obviously in front of a crowd like this, but for people in cities who've, you know, just paid up because it's a commercial business, why should people subsidise villages like this?
I think these days the internet is increasingly essential, whether you're a student, a small business. It's part of life. Society's built around having internet access, and people who live in rural areas have got as much right as anyone else to be part of that society.
OK, Steve Webb, thanks very much. I think I know the answer to this question, man. going to ask it anyway. Is the internet a bit of a luxury, would you say? No! There's your answer.
Yes, well, points don't make prizes on this particular game, but thank you very much indeed for that, Dave.